Thank you for coming back. If it's your first time, welcome. I'm Greg, this is Greg Reacts. Today I'm going to be doing like a rapid review of Rocky IV Directors Cut. I did a reaction to the trailer, it's one of my first reaction vids, and it drew in like 40 odd subscribers and a lot of comments. I think it's one of the most commented videos I've done, so I kind of owe it to those people. I did say in the comments I was going to do a review, so here it is. Not only that, I was going to do it anyway because I love Rocky. Grew up with Rocky, you know what I mean? I'm 35 years old, born in the 80s. How this version differs from the original, I would call it a streamlined version of Rocky IV. It's more focused on like Apollo's desire to be respected and recognised, and he still wants to be in the limelight, you know what I mean? And it really focuses on Rocky's need to get revenge and beat Drago. It's really streamlined into that. Notable differences that I noticed was colour grading is different. The colours pop a bit more. It just looks a lot more modern. I kept seeing like that there's 40 minutes of new footage. I wasn't expecting like an extra 40 minutes added to the film, but it's actually less runtime. So like I said, it's a streamlined version. There's replaced footage, there's alternate shots, so it's like the same scenes but shot from different angles they've used. Yeah, footage has been taken out and cut, which I'll get onto in a minute. So yeah, that's kind of the main differences. The score, I have to double check, but I think the score has been slightly like remastered, maybe like recomposed. The soundtrack's the same, all those songs are still in it. We don't get the glove smash, you know, the American and the Russian glove. They've added a sub name to this film, so it's like Rocky IV, Rocky versus Drago. You see that in the title card. For some reason we get 10 minutes of Rocky III, like a recap, but you know, maybe it does serves a purpose for some people that haven't watched it for a long time. So we get Apollo in the pool, right? You know, he's throwing the tennis balls with his dogs. Now that's the same, but it's shot from a different angle. And then he sees Drago on TV. The scene on telly is actually extended, from what I remember. Another big change is the conversation with Rocky and Apollo, when Apollo goes to see Rocky and they're both watching themselves fight on the telly, like the old fight. This is where I have a problem. The editing on some of the scenes that throughout the film create an unnatural flow to the conversation, because they've actually taken out parts of the conversation. They've taken out all comic relief. So yeah, that's another thing that I'll come to again. Paulie's birthday is gone. No robot. You get the Apollo press conference, which appears unchanged to me. Obviously I'm going from memory still. You get the Drago showcase, the demonstration of his strength. Alternate angles again, slightly cut down. Well, they cut some of it down, and they've basically taken bits of dialogue out and added new bits. Again, doesn't really add to the film. So then we get to the Apollo fight. His entrance has changed when he's coming down on the platform. I think it's like a bull or something behind him. I can't remember what it is, and it's like blowing smoke out. You remember hearing the sound effects on that. Not on this. On this director's cut, they've taken the sound completely out, and they've just got James Brown. I ain't complaining about that. Wicked. I mean, this isn't just particular with this film, but Apollo's ego, I mean, you know, even though it's an exhibition, he just wasn't taking it seriously. And going back to that conversation he has with Rocky, the one I said that they've like cut down, that was slightly jarring via the editing. You know, Rocky says like, you know, maybe this ain't about you versus him, this is about you versus you. Just can't let go, you know, you gotta know when your time's up. You see that with the entrance that he has to the fight. It's so over the top and so ridiculous. Yeah, I just wanted to say that really. The fight doesn't seem changed to me. His death is the same. And then we get the at the end of the fight, before Drago says, you know, if he dies, he dies. He's added more. There's a whole an extra bit where he actually talks. If you go back and watch my reaction, I say sounds different, and it's because he doesn't say that in the original. That bit was completely taken out. Now they've put that back in, and he kind of basically says, you know, the whole world will know my name, Drago. It sounds weird, his Russian accent went all there. I understood why they cut it out. And then we get the No Easy Way Out montage when he just gets in his car and goes for a drive. That's still there, still unchanged, thank God. They arrive in Russia. They get shown this little wooden cabin where he's got to stay. So the training montages with Hearts on Fire, unchanged for both Rocky and Drago, if I remember correctly. Skipping to the main fight, the same, but there is one difference. So after the fight happens, Rocky, his stage exit is different, and his speech is shortened. Oh, I forgot to say about the funeral. That's a big part that they added. Apollo's funeral, there's a speech from Duke which was completely cut out, which is just amazing. Like, it's like it adds so much weight. The funeral scene for Apollo is amazing. So yeah, so the main fight, Rocky wins obviously. His stage exit is different. His alternate scene, his speech after is shortened down, and oddly enough they don't play Hearts on Fire at the end. It's replaced with Eye of the Tiger, which I thought was a wicked touch actually, because that is like, you hear Eye of the Tiger, you think Rocky straight away, and it's just nice to really drive home what the franchise, you know, the points of the franchise which people remember most. Apart from that, that is all I can think of right now. But yeah, that's my little rapid review, if that's what it is, me just telling you about the main differences of the original and the director's cut. For me personally, always going to be the original. This did not need to exist, but it does exist. I've watched it and I enjoyed it still. I enjoyed it, apart from some of the editing, and like I said, the way they've edited out segments of conversations, it just leaves like this unnatural flow in conversation, and you can tell, I could tell, like it's the editing is just, it's like too fast. It's too fast. The pacing's too fast with the editing. That's my only real criticism about this, and the lack of Paulie. But yeah, there it is. That's my little review. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to be doing this much more, because I love talking about films, you know what I mean? That's where it stems from really. If I can talk about films with all you lot, and fucking bonus, innit? Thanks for watching. If you like the video, subscribe, comment, bell, sound. Check you in a bit. Take it easy. I'm out.